Hi guys, Miss Alanis again. I'm just going to quickly review our personal narrative writing and how to write a true story. And today I'm just going to start all over with the process and write a new story. And so let's review. So how to write a true story. So first, you gotta think about something that happened or something that you did. So I'm gonna think, and I think I want to write about is when I went to the beach this past summer, because it's something we do all the time, right? When it's summer and we can be out of the house. So this past summer we went to the beach, and it's something we do regularly, but I can write a story about that because you can write a story about anything that you did. So now that we've thought about what we're going to write about, I've thought about it. The next part is that we need to practice telling our story with a storyteller's voice. Now, one thing I didn't talk about last time that I'm going to tell you today is to really try to make it interesting for your reader. And I'm going to say it across my fingers so that I know how many pages I'm going to need to use. So, this past summer, me, Ezekiel, Jacob, my sister, and my nephew all went to the beach in Encinitas, Moonlight Beach. And when we got to the beach, we set up our umbrellas and our snacks. And we set everything down, found a spot on the beach that was nice. And after we played in the beach and the boys used their boogie boards and we just had a good time in the water. And after that, we packed up all of our stuff and we came home after a great day at the beach. So it looks like I need 4 pages. So I'm going to need 4 pages to tell my story. And I'm going to say it again just so I remember when I'm writing it down. So this summer, my sister, Jacob, Ezekiel, and my nephew all went to the beach in Encinitas. It's close to my house. So we drove down. We then found a perfect spot on the beach. And we put up our umbrellas and our food and our chairs right in front of the beach so that we could enjoy the sunny weather and the ocean breeze. And then we got in the water and we played on our boogie boards and we had a football that we passed back and forth. And then when we got out of the water, we dried up and we packed up all of our stuff and we came home. So 4 pages. Now that I've thought about it and I've told you my storyteller's voice, the next step is going to be use pictures and words to tell who, where, and what happened. So I'm going to go ahead and model that. And one of the things that sometimes I try to do, last time I took you step by step, page by page, but sometimes it's really, really hard to remember your story over a couple of days. So what you can do is draw your pictures first. So I'm going to go ahead and model that. I need 4 pages. So I'm going to go ahead and show that to you now. All right, guys, so here's my paper. And I'll try not to shake my camera as much. But if you remember, there was 4 pages in my story. So I'm going to go ahead and count those out. And one thing, if you remember when we did how-to writing, we tried to number our pages so we wouldn't forget. So I'm going to go ahead and number my pages. I'm going to put 1, and then a 2, and 3, and 4. So this time around, I'm going to go ahead and use pictures first to tell what happened in my story. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the first part of my story. So I'm just going to kind of get in close here to the picture part. And so in the first part of my story, I told you that in the summer, so it's a summer, so I'm going to draw a big sun. Big sun over here. Myself, so there's me. There's me. And my sister. And Jacob and Ezekiel and my nephew, he's a little bit taller. We decided that we were going to go to the beach. So, and then I'll just draw the back part of my car because we had to get there in a car. So there's the back part of my car right there. So that's the first part of my story. So I have, and I'm going to go ahead and label my pictures so I don't forget. So I'm going to put me, M-E, me. And then my sister, and her name is Lily. So I'm going to go put an L, Lily, and then E, Ezekiel, Jacob, and Andrew, Andrew. So we're all super excited, and I'm going to put some sunglasses on Andrew because he thinks he's super cool. So he's going to have his sunglasses on. We decided to go to the beach. So that is the first part of my story. And then the next part of my story, so now we're on page 2. And if you notice, I'm not writing any words yet because sometimes we need to draw a picture, a quick sketch, so that when we come back and write our words, we don't forget our story. So we decided to go to the beach. So we drove down to the beach and we found a spot on the beach next to the water. So this is the water over here, and here's the beach. And we set up our umbrella. And we had 3 umbrellas because we want to make sure that we are protecting ourselves from the sun. So there's the other umbrella. And then there was like a little one because I have a little umbrella too. And we set up our chairs right next to the water so that we could have a good time. Our little lawn chairs. So, and then we had a football with us. So there's our football. And then I'll have, there's right here. And then I'll have another one right here, sitting down on their chairs. And then, so we have Jacob here, Ezekiel here, Andrew here, and there's Miss Alanis and my sister. So we found a spot next to the water so that we could enjoy the sun. So I need to do my sun somewhere. And I guess I'll have to, I can't really fit my sun in here, but it was a nice and warm day. So we set up our umbrellas and we're sitting on our chairs and we had a little ice cooler with snacks in it. So that was the second part of my story, is that we set up right next to the beach. And then after that, I told you that we had a great time playing in the water. So I'm going to go ahead and here's my water. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw us all in the water. And if you remember, I told you that Jacob and Ezekiel were on their boogie boards. So here's one of them on his boogie board, and those are his arms, and he's holding on. So you're just going to see like his happy face there. And then here's Jacob's on his boogie board. They're holding on to their boogie board. Just do your best you can. And then Miss Alanis is over here playing in the water. And my sister, and she's playing in the water. And my nephew was also playing in the water. And we're having a good time. And it was nice and sunny. So don't forget to put a nice bright sun up top. So there's all of us. I'll go ahead and give us some eyes. And we're all having a good time. So there's that. So that was the third part of my story. There's page 3, is that we played in the water and we were on boogie boards and we're splashing about. And then the last part of my story is that we cleaned up and we went home. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to make the water line a little bit less because we're walking away. We've picked up all of our stuff. So I need to draw a couple of faces here. We have, if you remember, there's 5 of us, right? So here's, and we're all happy because we had such a great time at the beach. And so these 2 friends, if you can imagine, are Ezekiel and Jacob. So under their arms, they're carrying their boogie boards because they got to carry those back to the car. And then over here is this Andrew, and he's carrying one of the umbrellas, and my sister, because there was 3 umbrellas, right? And then there's me, and I'm carrying an umbrella. So we're headed back home after spending a fantastic day at the beach. All right, so that's the end of my story. So one of the things you can do is draw all of your pictures first, and then you can go back and start adding the words, and I'll model that in our next video. So that's the beginning of, that's my whole story about when I went to the beach, all in pictures, and the next step will be adding my words. All right, guys, keep doing some super work and some super writing, and I will catch you in the next lesson.